Woohoo! That's not what you want. There's no camera. Can you at least hear me? Nope, nope. Sweet, that's exactly not what we want. Woo! Let's double check that. Why would it do this? It's because I'm on the tablet. Let me have a look. You can hear me? Well, that's a bonus. I'll just chat. Let me just see what I can see on here. I might need to redo it. It's obviously not taken my, what's the word? We're in a dark room. It's obviously not taken my permission to use the camera or something. I'm sure it'll totally not work and I'll have to do a new one. Chill I am. Let's have a look. Edit. Oh, I can edit it. I'm sure I can't normally. Oh, webcam. Where are we? There's a chance. There is a chance. Don't go anywhere. Oh man. Thumbnail category. Oh, my webcam. Customization. Cam. But I'm here. Right. No, can't click that. Can't click that. Can't click that. It's not made for kids. It's not got paid promotion. This is cool, isn't it? None of those. No license. Cool. Cool. We like this. Shall I just go in? There's people here on my impromptu stream. I don't want to lose you. Let me talk. Let me see. There's another thingy. Nope. Close that. Oh, that's rubbish. I may have to stop and start again after all that. I know, but I don't. I will be here. It's just weird if I'm in the dark. What does that button do? What does that button do? There's a speaky. There's a sherry. Yeah. What's it doing? What's it doing? Edit that. No, just gonna have one more check that I've not missed the bit where it says use a webcam. No. It didn't ask me, and I thought, I've not got AI. It didn't ask me, so I thought it just went, yeah, cool. Oops. Right, so what I'm gonna have to do, yep, I have taken, there's nothing there. Double check it's not using the other side of the camera. Whoop, nope. Right. I could just do it in the dark, but then I've got nothing to show off. Hang on, now I'm clicking around with this. Whoop. Wee. Whoop, wee. Well, what's this little disaster there? No, I've plugged it in wrong. Right, I am gonna leave this. I'm gonna set up a new one on the channel, and I'll go over there. You can just close your eyes and imagine. So if I do this, it's because I'm on the whoop, clicky click. I'm on the tablet and it's been a bit non-cooperative this evening, so I think it could be to do with that. It's like permissions or anything. Boo, boo, boo. It'll be a good stream, I swear. I swear it. Let's try. Boo, boo, boo. Yeah, it's like being really slow, but we've got super internet. What is it doing? Also, I'm quite hungry. There we go. Could be like an actual podcast, couldn't it? Maybe I will just chat in the dark. You don't need my face. Could do it. Vote. Shall I just stay here and not have a face? Create. Go live. I might be able to double stream, have two on the go at once. Let's try this. That could be wild. It's just not been cooperating. We can do this. Right, so that one is live. Let me just double check. I cannot do anything here. Oh, there's different settings there. Stream key, stream health. I'm really sorry. I know I've like dragged you here on short notice, and now it's No, it's not working. I will go. Oh, something went wrong. Oh, it was freaking out about my accounts as well, going, "Oh, you're on a different account." So look, I've only got one. Yeah, it's been so slow, like super slow. Right, come on, let me do a new stream. Come on, computer. Um, New stream, webcam. I might have to stop this for it. Oh, here we are. Let's try take two. Oh, take two. And I'll go live on a webcam, no thumbnail. Put you in Bad Squiddo News. Done. It's also not asked me about whether it wants the webcam. Where is the voice? Why? Why? Right, I'll double check before I click anything. Right, next. This is great, isn't it? This is really, if it doesn't give me a chance to mention webcam, I may have to just talk in the dark. I don't know why it's doing that. Yep, sorry guys. Right, I'm going to talk in the dark. Yes, it's the worst ASMR video. But never mind. I'm just going to chat because you know what? Yeah, most of you are probably doing something anyway. It is just my face. You could open up another thing with a picture of my face and that'll do. Hopefully the sound's at least all right. So what's been going on? Anyone who comes along, by the way, just let them know that there is no visual. It is just an old radio. Yes, you'll have to imagine. Oh my god, I've got the best miniature in my hand here. This is a brilliant miniature. Oh no, I'll only have this miniature for the next 5 minutes, and then it will get melted down, and no one will ever see it. No. Tuesday evening coffee is sponsored by. Yeah, I could do all that. Cool. Anyway, so we're gonna put up with it like this because why not? It's whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. So this weekend I was at Peachcon and I was at Bring Out Your Lead. Also, there will be a noise at some point, and it will be my housemate Andy returning home, and you won't be able to see him. You'll just be able to hear him come in and be confused. So that will be happening. So there was no show on Sunday because I was at PeachCon. And this week I've been really ill and miserable and all of the worst things. Oh yeah, also my boiler slash immersion heater seemed to just break last night and it's been entirely filling and refilling and pouring out into the garden. And I haven't heard back from the landlords. And I can hear it. I don't know if it's being picked up by this. But I didn't get much sleep last night because of the endless like glug glug noise. And I can hear it now, and I know it's coming for me later. Um, Maybe one day the landlords will fix it. So anyway, so I've been really poorly, and then I've been really miserable because I've been really poorly. So I've been in the void, and then I get frustrated because I can't do the things. And then it gets into a bit of a spiral, which is a definite topic of itself. I might have attempted to do a thing with Henry Hyde because he likes talking about the old like self-employment, mental health stuff. Just to how like really small setbacks can super super push you into nothingness. Um, Mike says my boiler got back from festival and it had worse showers than festival. Fixed now. Hope yours is fixing. We don't actually use our immersion heater because we don't have central heating. So all the immersion heater does is just boil itself enough to wash hands and dishes. So we don't use it, which is probably why it's randomly decided to just start like shouting at us or something. Um, so yeah. Hi Paul Hicks. Yay. We are in darkness. It is not your screens. It's just how it has worked this evening. So yes, I guess last week was a bit of a raw write-off. I still was managed to be in and getting orders shipped, which is always good. That's always the minimum that I do. So what else was I gonna say? His boiler is demanding we use it. Like, well, give us central heating. Apparently, it's something like 90 5% of the UK has central heating, and I always seem to live where there is no central heating. So it was a bit of a rubbish week last week, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be well enough, and I was starting to panic on the Friday that I wouldn't be well enough, and then I was thinking, is it wise? Should I do this? So I'm glad I did, partly because I had Matt from Indelible Ink staying at my house. And I thought, well, I better go because he's staying at my house. I can't exactly not go. So that was a good kick up the ass. Although I was still tempted to just die in the house. Um, but yeah, so that was a good kick up the ass. So after much frantic panicking because I'd lost all of the prep time, because I needed to prep for Peachcon before Boil because I knew that I wouldn't get anything done, and then it all failed. So Bring Out Your lead was on Saturday. It was on Friday to Sunday, and this is the first year that I've really thought I'd like to do more than one day, like have a gaming day and then a hanging out day. Um, so maybe next year, because I've got a really bad attention span, which you know, and I struggle because I want to chat to lots of people, and I'm chatting to somebody, and then if I get interrupted, which is perfectly fine because there's lots of people there, so it is kind of having lots of half conversations, but then I'll get interrupted, and then I'll entirely forget what I'm saying to the other person, and then they're usually offended and walk away, and it's that on loop. So if I've got more time, I can have more of a catch up, and also make, because I really wanted to play some Necropolis, because Necropolis Owl Shield, whose name I'll forget forever, he was there. I'm gonna call him. I might call him Oscar today. I might just never learn his name. But Necropolis Owl Shield was there, and I had a little talk through because Mangling Minis in the chat there. Woo! Mangling Minis had a talk through it with me because I didn't have enough brain to actually play anything. Peter, he's not Peter. That's a lie. So, Bring Out Your lead. Anyone who's not been to it, it's 3 days and it's at Foundry, Wargames Foundry, and people kind of just hang out, play some play some games, and just kind of chill. So there's games on. There's lots of showing people the old models that you have, which I really like because it's very wholesome. So it's like, oh, check this out. I've got one of these wanglers, and then people getting all their cases out, going, oh, this one. Oh, I haven't seen that one. And when I first went years ago now, maybe like 6 years ago, I was a bit like, oh, I'll see how it goes. I think they'll probably just beard me out of the event, like get off, and they'll all chase me away with their beards or something. And I had such a good time that I've come as much as possible there. Sort of ramshackle there. Talk about how awesome my Necropolis, but I will. And your miniatures, they're very nice. I even put them on my Instagram story earlier. Yeah. Anyone who's come along late or just now, there is no audio, no visual. Just have to imagine it, or imagine that Turkey Man's talking and I've possessed him. So yeah, the first time I went, I was a bit worried it'd be a bit old man gatekeepy and a bit like, oh, the things these days are terrible. But I really like old models and I love all of the ethos and just the fun that it looked like it was back in them days and all that sort of thing. So I went just to check it out, say about 6 years, might be 7 years ago, and I've really liked it. And I've come not every single year, but all the years that I'm able to, and it's all just a collective hallucination. And yeah, it's just a lovely, lovely day. Say weekend, a lot of people do all weekends. But I usually just do a day. I've never played anything there, but again, because of my crap attention span, I worry that I'm just gonna end up chatting to people instead of oh no, but when you're trying to play a game with someone and they keep stopping and chatting, that's one of my peeves, and that would be me. So but I thought if I go for 2 days I could actually play on the Friday, socialize on the Saturday. After the event, yes, just voices in darkness. It's really weird because I'm still sat here looking at the screen, like just in case everything it comes back on, and there's just kind of like me sitting upside down on the chair or something. So I've got that compulsion now that like when you're on the telephone and you kind of wander around the house, I'm like, oh, I could do that. I could just pick up the tablet and sort of wander around with you, but then knowing my luck, with the screen would somehow come on, on the toilet or something, which I will not do. I am definitely not on the toilet, just to clarify. Oh, Matthew is here, who I had a lovely time chatting to on Saturday and Sunday. Everyone's here. Look at that. Tabletop Smithy, he was there on Sunday. Jammy was there on Sunday, but we're not at Sunday yet. We're still on Saturday. So Curtis made a necropolis board with a heart and vials of blood, and he's made some little. Oh, there's the lad's back. He's made some fire beasts. Oh no! Oh no! Guinea piglets. Their favourite guy is home. Also, my visual's not working, but Andy can confirm that I am still just sat in front of it, just in case.
Yes.
He is home. He's got every neon colour on. And the guinea pigs are very excited that he's back, but not me. They're such meanies. I've been here the whole time, piglets. So, yes, Flaming Psalm guys. So they were really cool. Timothy Edwards says, hi, Andy.
Hi.
He's busy bonding with my guinea pigs that love him more. Because of the bonding. This is where we do need a camera. They're all jumping up on his shoulders. He's throwing them up in the air. That sort of thing. It's all happening. Jammy says, Andy, scream if it's actually Turkey Man talking to us. No, it's not.
Gobble, gobble.
No. So we were just talking about bring out your leads and how lovely it was. So had another nice time. I was feeling pretty bad from my general decay. Ramshackle was Sunday. I don't think. No, Matthew is Macarian. I don't know if I've then doxing him or something. Yes. So Curtis made a lovely board and some lovely fire guys, and it looked very nice. And if I had a bit more brain, that would have been my in to try Necropolis, because I want to get in and do something with ghouls and Turkey Man. I think they would suit very well into that. Oh, it's very ASMR. We've got Andy getting the bin out now. He's stepping into the bin bag. He's doing himself up inside the bin bag. How bizarre. So, it is very weird talking to a blank screen. What if I'm not really here either? What if it is a collective hallucination? Guinea pigs, stop being disloyal. So, yes, so you get to play games and hang out, basically, show off stuff. And you also play games, hang out, show things off, drink beer, though I didn't drink beer this time. Kev Adams does a bit of sculpting, and you can get something sculpted if you want, which is really nice. I think the money goes to charity. And there's usually a lot of old legends to kind of meet. So you get a lot of current industry type people there, but also the older likes. But it was a bit sad because there's a lot of missing faces this year. But we still had Tony Yates. Tony Yates was there, bless him. So I got a nice little picture of him. So that was lovely. I was surprised I lasted as long as I did, but then I had to go back, and poor old Matt had to come to the office with me for a slice of Annie's life that I can't just go back and rest. And he helped cut out 1 million Turkey Man stickers at Bad Squiddo HQ. So we were there and pretty much till fairly late getting things together for Peachcon, which is the next round of discussion. The old librarian says, is there a new pig friend for Dave? There is. I showed her off. I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but he's got a new friend called Denise, who is an absolute terror, a mega terror. I did exploit Indelible Ink for free labour, but I think that's fair enough. I also got him doing some very high pressure xenophiling on Sunday morning, which he did survive. did the test one, agreed, did them all, and I haven't gone and secretly binned any of them, so that's quite good. I would have shown them off were there a screen, but there's not. But imagine some really cool resistance fighters of World War II sprayed in black with a nice highlighty dust of white, um, showing off all of the detail. Isn't that lovely? You can't even see mug of the day this time. It's you can imagine it. You can still take your bets for mug of the day. Yeah, show them off. Oh, that's a really good miniature. That's also a really good miniature. Ooh. An extra good miniature. So on Sunday, me feeling even more dead, let's do Peachcon. So last year, Peachcon was like a classroom basically, with some lovely people, and we were playing games, painting minis, and I had a little colouring in stand, and I chatted to quite a lot of people because I like sort of pitching up at the colouring in because it's a nice casual way of breaking the ice and chatting to people. And I knew it was a bit bigger because Peach had mentioned trade stands this year, but I still kind of went, well, I'll bring a couple tubs. I've got a dead leg now, and you can't see me struggling with the dead leg. Yes, Timothy Edwards is who's the responsible one. That's the blog, um, and he's already done one blog about it, but more are coming. Ooh. I actually haven't taken a picture of them, not because I'm ashamed though. So I expected Peachcon to be a slightly larger classroom with a few people around the edge with a few tubs of wares. And I got there, and I think my first words were, "Oh crap, it's a trade show. It's an actual trade show." And I felt bad because Fenris Games was there, and I said, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's not a trade show. It's just a it's going to be a few people wander over. You might sell a couple of things." And I went, "No, it's a trade show." And there's Warlord with like a 24-foot stand and all the products ever. Luckily, Ian hadn't listened to me and had brought his racks and cabinets. So it was just me with the two tubs. Got some minis. I make quite a lot of them. So I had a bit of a panic, and I was a bit out of it for the first while because it opened and it was so busy. And I was like, I haven't prepared my brain for trade show selling brain. I thought I was going to be sad. I almost had just brought an honesty box so that I could leave the stand to itself. So I totally had misjudged the event, but it ended up being in a good way. Because I thought, yeah, maybe I'll just be colouring in, and occasionally someone will want to buy a turkey man or something. That's it. But it was kind of opened up, and I was like, oh, there's now a cram of people in a queue. Oh, and I need to get my card reader. So I hadn't brought my cash bell or any of my usual sort of show supplies. So I was in a bit of a So Tim in the chat there, Tim and Sim and Indelible Ink, and Mike Tong really because he hung around for quite a bit. That was they helped me out a lot, so thank you very much, especially as I was also poorly, although as I keep saying, not contagious, because yeah, I was ill but not contagious, and you have to keep saying that because people are like, what are you doing here? I don't want to be diseased. That you won't be diseased. Warlord had a bloody lorry full, but this is common. Like, this is a common thing. If two or more gamers are around each other for more than 15 minutes, Warlord will turn up with a van and just start building a stand around you. That is a fact. What have we got there? Oh no, my enthusiasm was infectious. Yes, there we go. That's a good cover. Yeah, as like the population of Derby is now decreasing. Oh yeah, so after last Sunday's show, I said I'm off and I'm gonna go and help some people move house. And I think the dust from moving, which I hadn't what's the word? Bargained bargained for. I've got a delicate sinus. And I think it just triggered my sinus into we will die now. I'm nearly better. I'm mostly just exhausted and a bit weak. A bit weak. But I'm feeling a lot better now. But I'm like, bugger, I lost a week and a bit really. And I was telling people about the Kickstarter at Peachcon, going, it's on the 27th of August. And they're like, in 2 weeks then. Like, no, the 27th of August. Oh, that is 2 weeks. Oh, no. Oops. Um, so, I've had a mild existential crisis, but it's all fine. So it was yeah, it was more of a show, but it still had that same friendliness, and there were a lot of people that I'd chatted to last year that come over, and that was just really lovely. And I had just a really nice day, and as a really good side angle, I actually made some money. Woo! Because I didn't expect to make much money because that's not the purpose of going there. It was more of a little side bonus. It was more just to hang out with people and stealthily promote Squiddo. It'd be such a delight that people want to go and buy some stuff. Greg was there. Hey, more people are coming. Yay! Although Greg was there earlier, I think actually. We've got a little bit of screen. I have all the gang are here. Greg had 3D printed me the night before. I could have shown it off, but alas, the camera is blank. But imagine it's a dagger handle that then turns into a spoon because I'd said that I was very low on spoons, so he'd made me a like a spoon weapon, which I like the idea of kind of slowly drawing, like keeping it in my pocket and sort of showing the handle. They say Nick's there as well. Like, is there anyone that wasn't here at the weekend? There are a few of you. Sorry if you weren't there. Oh, we got Nick. Nick's belatedly arriving. Nick gave me a really cool print actually. I've still got a bunch of stuff in the house. I haven't dropped it all off the house. So I haven't brought it all to the office yet. So yeah, it was a trade. It wasn't a trade show. It had a very nice trade, very professional and selected trade section. But most of them weren't at Peachcon #1. Some of us are hardcores, yeah, just turning up with a stand. And I felt a bit better actually not having a stand because I always like that sort of thing. I didn't want to be too sort of too commercial because it was like that like bring out your leads one that I always just kind of go for that good chance to chat to people rather than being in a full on money belt. Oi, 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 sell, sell, sell. So that was nice. And it was an extra good bonus because I've been hinting a little bit that it's been really tough lately. So that was really good. I never got to see you, Tabletop Smithy. I got as far as Fenris, and I was going to come over and say hello, and then you went off on a pegging spree. So, so I never made it over, but I was on my way. I also never went into the pit. There's like a pit in the middle, and they got all these people fighting. They didn't really. But most of the stands were there, and then we were around the edge. Yeah, I thought I'd just be wandering about and, seeing what was up, but I barely got off the stand. But it was nice. So it was nice because the people come to the colouring in, so I did see lots of people anyway. It's a nice excuse to get people to colour a turkey man butt. So again, if you've never been to any of this, you didn't have to be in the Peachy gang. Because both events I was at, I'd had various people, different people go, oh, is that a bit gatekeepy or cliquey? I'm like, no, none of them are. And I know that then it's like, well, maybe that's because I'm in a clique, but it's not. I barely post in the Peachy Discord. I'm friends with Peachy, but I'm not really part of that community. I was there last year. Um, but I don't know who most of the people are. And originally it is for those people to connect people that have been chatting on the Discord. But it was free if you were part of his Patreon and £6 as a punter, which was a bargain because it was just lovely. He gets all his friends and family helping out, and it's really um sort of genuine. Is that the word? Genuine. Um, what's the word? There is a word, but that sort of word, that one. Just really nice, and I think it's so positive. And my own dark, my own dark enjoyment of what Peachy does is he does the golden thing that all of us indies should bow down to him because he gets people that are into Warhammer and plastic Warhammer, and then tells them about metals, tells them about metals. And while it's not, he's not doing episodes about Bad Squiddo or anything like that, and that's fine although he should, he's authentic. That's the word. He's getting people from Warhammer into things like Silver Bayonet and Frostgrave, which is a big enough jump. And then it's a lot easier for them to accept things like bad Squiddo miniatures or ramshackle miniatures or kinsfolk miniatures, just looking at the chat, or some other miniatures. Because you go from, yeah, and that sort of conversion is he's doing the hard bit there, getting people familiar with the idea of single piece metals and stuff like that. Um, and yeah, I thought I'd have to sort of be a bit harder pitching stuff, but they were loving it. So I shifted a lot of models. I was chuffed that I brought the right ones. I sold quite a lot of backdrop books, and I got to show off the Trench Crusade sampler book, which I also could show you. So imagine I'm showing you it now, and I'm waggling it around. I'm waggling it around. There's trenches. There's crosses in the trenches. Oh, there's some destroyed buildings, but one of the pages so far has actually got a little bit of blue sky, so you can have a nice day in the Trench Crusade. So I got to show that off, talk about that. I got to show off my minis for the new stuff. Yeah, that was Tesseract that you were opposite, and I didn't even get a chance to properly chat to them. It's mad. Um, Yes, so lots of people with backdrop books, yes. And I did get to chat. I got to chat to Warp Minis, to the new Twisted Spire, which is Wing from Warp doing her own side, not side, that doesn't sound right. Her own individual project. And she had one of the first minis on there, which was really cool. And I got to chat to her about that. And yeah, it was just a really nice day. So thank you everyone who came over. Thanks everyone who helped. Um, and I'll definitely be back next year. I don't know if because Peachy did say I could go somewhere else if I wanted, because I was in a bit of a weird spot, but I might just make that my spot. I found out later on that I could move some of the tables. They were like table and chair joinies, and I found out that they could be moved. So I might just maybe bring my own tables and make it a bit just a bit easier to get through, because it was a bit of a corridor, and the seats weren't really practical because they didn't fit most people in them. So I might just change that around a bit. But I thought they were there permanently, and I found out right at the end when people picked them up and took them off. I went, oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, it wasn't outrage. It was flabbergast. It was what? This happens? This is a thing? What? But yeah, it was fine. And yeah, it was just so chill. And considering how stressed I get at shows, it wasn't in my mind wasn't a show, but I made some money, so that was ideal. I'd be ace if I could go to other shows and just bring some tubs of minis and go, there you go, have a fertile, have a little fertile through, because it finished and we just had to take some tubs. Hey, some dude on YouTube. We have no video. We've just accepted this. You've got to use your imagination. I've showed off some amazing things. Terrible Link said, "Did I ever find my way, Silly?" I did. I did eventually. It took me some time. I think every time I saw you, I was kind of like, "I'm definitely on the way," and then I'd end up talking to somebody. But that was really nice. Saw Paul Hicks. He was up there earlier. I don't know if he's still in there. But it was nice to chat to Paul. Seemed to get some approval from the Hicks on my resistance, which is nice. And yeah, just talking about the resistance, which I'll go into next, was really got my groove back a little bit. So I've been a bit mopey this week, so that was really nice. So yeah, so bring out your lads, and then Peachcon, both really nice events. I was partly a bit like, Peachy, why have you put it on the same weekend? Because I think it was more of an oversight than anything. But now I'm kind of like, that could work, because there were quite a few people that did like Saturday boil. Boil is the shortcut for it. Boil and then Sunday Peach. Yeah, I did keep going floppy a few times. I was absolutely dead. Part of me wanted to do a live stream when I got back on Sunday. I had yesterday off, but I am back. I'm back in. I've been back in today. I've done a full day. Had some very long phone conversations actually. One with, oh no, I probably shouldn't say secrets. No, one with the caster and one with Mr. Hodgson. And that's also given me a nice like boost back into it. And I've got loads of tasks sorted that have been waiting for a while. With my panic that the Kickstarter is in 2 weeks. The Kickstarter in 2 weeks. um, brain, I'm having to get into action. But that's what I do. If you followed me that long, you'll know that it'll be all right on the day. I'll just beast it. I will be beasting it. We were gonna get lots of really cool stuff out. But yeah, that was. Oh yeah, so there was like a guest room with snacks and Choco Mel. Yeah, that's been happening at more shows. I quite like it. They did that at ChillCon. So even though because I needed a space actually, because normally I've been a bit like, oh, why do people need their own room? But I really needed a space to finish writing my notes for the talk at ChillCon, and I knew I'd just get talked to, which is lovely, but not when I'm trying to finish my notes. So I ended up in the VIP. And then I just got bothered by Indelible Ink because he was waving across from the peasant zone. You can't use Jordan Sorcery as cover. That's illegal. I'm gonna tell. But no, I won't because you're a very good stall holder. So I trained Indelible Ink on the card machine, and he did do some drop timbits in there earlier. He was a very good stall manager. So yeah, it was ace. So yeah, so I was then dead again yesterday and getting a bit also back into the hi Jill, we're doing it in the dark this evening. Um because for some reason it's just not. But I thought let's just go with it. Let's just go with it. So it is going to be the 27th. I didn't put there's nothing in the description of this because it just says take two. I've just realised I didn't link anywhere that this was actually happening. Oh no! Oh, that's it. I thought the other one was still going. It probably is actually. I don't think I even ended it. God knows. I don't know. Um, uh, yeah, Tim's been very smart as to not be trained. It's a very simple, too easy. That's why I have the extra easy ones so that I can just go, "Oi, you take that." Don't have to link it to a phone or anything. Um, so what else happened? So yeah, I mostly slept yesterday. Back in it like a beast today, feeling energized but also dead at the same time. So I will be looking after myself, I swears. But got a lot of tasks done, and I'm gonna have to be a beast basically to get all this done. The Kickstarter is gonna run for 2 weeks, which is longer than usual. And that gives me a bit more chance to do more of the stuff that I want because I really want to make these videos and little chats about the people. Gives the painters a bit more time. I'm interested if I can get a few more casts. If there's any budding fans, you don't have to be the best painter ever. If you're keen and want a figure or two from the Kickstarter to paint, and we'll definitely paint it in the next couple of weeks, pop me an email, and I might get you might get you 1 cent because I did that for I can't remember. I think it was the British Kickstarter, and it worked really well because it's obviously just lots of people painting things and then putting them on their social medias. Yeah, I've been having a uh not crisis. I'm always having a crisis. Bit of a plan today. Bit of a plan, which was very nice. To chat it through with a few different people as well. So yeah, you will have to be in the UK because you won't get it in time probably. Um, but let me know. I did plan on this not all being mega last minute, but that's my life. But yeah, you should all definitely. I hope you are okay though, Jill. Being signed off sounds rubbish, but also a nice treat. I assume you'd rather not be sick, but you know what I mean. Talking of, I had a successful doctor's appointment today, which I feel is worthy of kind of a front, a newspaper. I phoned up for an appointment, I got one, I went to it, and then I got a solution. What is that about? I still think it's a prank. It's an absolute prank. What's that about? Um, so that's cool. So yeah, I don't know what to say other than I'll just be beasting it. That's the vague. There will be beasts and beasting. As always, going to need all of your help sharing it around, giving it a boost. Anyone who's got a blog, anyone's got a blog or anything like that, I'm starting a little list of sort of like press release people. And again, don't worry, don't think I'm not big press. If you've got somewhere you can write about stuff, let me know and I'll add you to the list. And it means you get the information and then you can pop that on your blog, which is something I should do more. Um, So yes, and yep, good. Oh, there's all nice people here. Good night, Andreas. I did think of you earlier when I was thinking about doing a stream. Actually, I thought, oh, maybe you'll make it if it's a bit earlier. So, um, but yes, go get some sleep. Yes, all you people, if you send me an email, then I will see it, which is annie@badsquiddogames.com. And I can start a little list then. And I got started to get through some of the emails today too. So I'm in the up. I'm in there like, yes, we can do this. We can do this. Kinsfolk sculpted me a really sweet little pig, a little witch pig. Um, so I actually sent that to the caster today. I don't know where it's going to fit in, but I just put it in somewhere, like if someone else is getting molded. So they may, if there's another production mold of Hans and Sophie's Goal, there might be a little pig in there as well. So yeah, I did send a few figures off to people without telling them today as well. So I need to actually email them and let them know that minis are coming. So we got, hey, look at them, great primers here, everyone's here. Look at that. So yeah, if you're in the area next year, go to bring out your leads, go to Peachcon. If you've never been to conventions before, they, especially Peachcon, I think, are perfect for it. And there are quite a few people at that have never been to an event, and that's the one to go to because it's just so friendly and small, and everyone's kind of got you back. And you just say, oh, it's my first event, and everyone's really lovely. And there was lots of Turkey Man related fun. All right, I am going. I'm going to put a frozen pizza in the oven, and then I'm gonna go and pester Andy to watch more of The Walking Dead: Dead City because I think we might be on the last episode. The painting. I never got to see the painting competition, but yes, one of the daughter of the man who made the horrific um, peachy tattoo turkey man thing, painted some really nice capybaras and won, which was the best. So that's so cool. And that, yeah, she was showing me her painted cappies, and that's a bit like what I was saying about Sun Who, just really nice. Yes, everyone should also come to Lead and Steel, but that's not till next year. That's like miles away. But have a look at Lead and Steel, which Indelible Ink runs. I'm surprised I managed 40 minutes on a just a here we are. Oh yeah, I thought I was in the second stream, but I'm not. We stayed in the first one, didn't we? Nice. Oh, the Furby Gargant. Oh. I did see some photos of some of the stuff. Right, I'm gonna go. Thank you very much. The next event for me, it would be the other partisan, but I'm actually at Camping Kit Bash then. So Camping Kit Bash is the next event. But I'm also at Duxford in 2 weeks, a couple days after the Kickstarter launches. I'm at the History Fest at Imperial War Museum, Duxford. Although I'm not doing anything there, I'm just skulking around trying to get authors to take photographs with some minis that they might be interested in, and trying to get some pictures of the new minis on tanks and whatnot. So, bit of promo, bit of learning, bit of research, and anything else. Yes, do it. I'll send you a message. Right. I think that was it. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for staying during the darkness. I'm gonna eat some cheese and watch some zombies, hopefully. And try not to go insane because of the noise of the boiler slash immersion heat. It's an immersion heat, it's not boiler. All it does is boil, but it's not even on. I turned it off at the fuse as well, but it just keeps on bubbling. I think as a professional plumber that I am, I think it's the valve and it doesn't recognize that it's full, so it just keeps filling up and then pouring back out, which is fun. But yes, so tomorrow will just be another mega catch-up day, and I've got lots to do, but it will be ace. So thanks for coming along, and I'll see you later. I hope all the stuff that I showed you looked awesome in your imagination. And I will see you. I think I'm actually streaming on Sunday normally this week as well. So goodbye. Come wave.